Good. Alright, so I thought I'd just make a quick video to show off the longboard skateboard I've been working on. Yeah, just go over some key stuff about it. The outside wood on both sides, the plies are Kadamu, that's K-A-D-A-M-U I believe, which is a New Zealand wood. I'm in New Zealand and I don't readily have access to things like maple, so I'm trying out some local woods just to see what works. The Kadamu, after working with it, I can say is soft and it splinters really easily along the grain, so I would be careful using it on the outside. On the other hand, it's pretty light. I think it'd be good for a sort of a core material wood. Yeah, on the inside I use 3 plies, 1.5 millimeter plies of gaboon, which I think is a pretty common wood here in New Zealand, along with Meranti for making longboards. I've never met another New Zealand longboard maker, but I know there are some good ones. But yeah, gaboon, from what I've heard, is pretty strong. I should have probably reversed this, done the Kadamu inside and the gaboon on the outside, but the total layup is just over, or just under 1/2 inch thick, and put together with Titebond 3. As you can see, I did wheel wells on either side. These were just sort of free-form, done with a random orbital sander. It was nice. I think they came out really symmetrical. You can sort of use those layers in the wood to sort of give you an idea of depth, so you can make them really symmetrical on either side as long as you have laid out sort of the boundaries of where they're going to be. The graphic is put on using waterslide decal paper. I use 2 different kinds of paper, the white backed one for Jesse and the clear for Walt here. The graphic was just hand drawn in Photoshop with my tablet, printed out with my crappy HP printer, and stuck on the board with the waterslide decal paper. After working with both of these papers, I recommend the clear more. You can sort of see the wood grain even through the color, which some people might find annoying, but I don't mind it at all. And it's a lot less of a pain in the ass to work with, because with the white you have to get really close to the edge with a razor blade to get it, nice and flush looking, versus the clear you can sort of roughly cut. Breaking board because it's my first board, haha. But yeah, you can imagine cutting out these black letters with a razor blade. If it was white backed, would have been a huge pain in the ass. Wasn't so bad at all. I clear coated the whole thing with Cabothane. It's Cabot's water-based polyurethane, which was really easy to work with. Dries in 2 hours for a recoat. Is or dried to the touch in just half an hour. Really easy to work with. Sands nice. I would really recommend it. Yeah, I guess it's got, a kick and no rocker, no camber, but it does have sort of aggressive concave, especially in the front. I think it's something like 3/4 of an inch. The kick in the mold mellowed out the concave a lot in the back, but it's alright because you have the kick to lock your foot in there. I think it's going to be a really fun sort of free ride board, all around sort of everyday use kind of board. I do worry about the Kadamu a little bit, but all I have left to do is to grip it and throw some trucks on it, and it'll be good to go, and I'll let you guys know how it rides. I do know already that with the shortish wheelbase, the board is pretty stiff. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So thanks. Happy frickin' New Year's, everybody. I finished the board in time to ride it at midnight tonight, as that hour struck here in New Zealand. It is now 2014, so yes, I really enjoy riding the board. This is my first homemade board, and it's really gratifying to ride on something that you made. I know everyone says that when they make their first board, but it is not untrue. My setup here, I have Cloud Ride Ozones, the 83A and 70mm wheels here. I really like them. They're ground from the factory, so they're nice and slidey right out of the box. I have Caliber trucks on here, and Venom bushings, both barrels, red and green, with cup washers on both sides. When I first set it up, I had the red barrel board side, and I had a yellow barrel with a flat washer, and it was a little too carvy. And unfortunately I got a little wheel bite, as you can see. I'll probably just buff that out because this is my first board and I want to baby it for a little bit before I totally thrash it. but now that I have the new bushing set up, it is just stiff enough, just carby enough. It gets some really nice slides, even at pretty low speeds, which is awesome. I did vicious grip tape, which is super vicious. It scraped me up pretty good just running around with the board. You carry the board long enough, it starts taking the skin off of your fingers and stuff, but I do like it. My first time riding vicious grip tape, and I will put it on more of my boards for sure as I make more. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick shout out to everyone at silverfishlongboarding.com. Without all your help and all the information on that website, I would not have had the skill and knowledge beforehand to be able to accomplish this, and I do really appreciate the wealth of information on that forum and all the people who are so willing to help and sort of share their knowledge. Yeah, that's all I can really say about that. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to building more boards in the future. So I'll keep you all updated. Thank you very much, and Happy New Year's.